I'm Rich Hasnip, and I'm the course director of the degree programme in Applied Theology and Performing Arts here at Regents. And the idea of the course is that we wanted to create a place where people who felt that they had gifting in performance and a desire to know more about God could come and develop those skills in a supportive, creative community environment. So that's what we've tried to create here. The performing arts side of the program seeks to teach people the techniques of how to perform. So we developed that ideally over 3 years, starting with foundational techniques on how to create characters, how to embody and experience emotion, and moving through physical theatre, skills in movement, and alongside those techniques in how to perform better, we also seek to empower students with the ability to create their own work. So in the first year, they'll look at devising material. Later on, they'll try to apply those skills to doing positive, ethical work in a community with a performance that they've made. And in their final year, they spend the whole year developing a performance entirely shaped by them, with advice from the faculty, of course, but shaped by them, so that by the end, they've sort of found their voice and they're able to take work on. And we've had students going off to do work and to tour around the country and perform at the Fringe festivals and so on. So those are two sort of important things that we look at. How do you perform and what do you perform? And I suppose the final question that we are really interested in here is why do we perform at all? And particularly, why as a Christian might you perform? How does your faith inform what you do? So it's not, the degree program is Applied Theology and Performing Arts. They're not separate disciplines, the two are combined. We want to know what it means for you as a theologian, as someone who is interested in God. How does that affect your performance? So we'll ask what the church and theatre have had to do with each other historically. We'll look at what that means in terms of ethics. What might you perform? What does that mean for your performance? And then we try to apply that as well. So your performance is not just a great show, although we hope it is that, but it's also something that is informed by your knowledge of God that you've achieved throughout your degree program. So that's really what we're aiming to do. We have partnerships with various Christian professional theatre companies. Salt Mine, Riding Lights, Forefront are a company that actually were formed out of this course and are now doing brilliant work in the area. Students often work with them. And throughout your time with us, we're looking for opportunities to partner with those kinds of companies and giving you practical experience as you go. One of the things that can be a challenge, I think, to particularly young people coming into performance is that it can feel like a very competitive place to be, that there can be a sense of insecurity of, am I going to be good enough? Is everyone else going to be better than me? Or just a sort of constant sense that you've got to prove yourself. And it's our belief here really that isn't conducive to good work, although it's natural that people often feel this way. So partly to try to combat that a little bit, we've created something here that we call the Creative Community. And the idea is that whatever level you're at, we will meet together every week and we will share food and we will talk about how things are going, and we will then do some creative work together that isn't particularly for assessment. It's just us playing and developing our gifts in a supportive environment. And that's sort of key to our approach here. I don't think ultimately competition is necessary or helpful to the very best work. I think that a supportive environment is one where people feel free to take risks and to do things that might not always work, but that they won't be ridiculed for that, but will be supported. And it's our belief here that ultimately generates better work and is also a much nicer environment and a more Christian environment for people to flourish in. So that's key to our approach.